deja, deja.
Hi daydreamers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Deja Unique, and in today's video I'll be doing a story time on my new YSL bag and the random man that bought it for me in Paris. For the sake of this story, we're gonna call the random man Mr. Carter. Okay. At the start of the new year, I flew to Paris for New Year's. As most of you know, I went to fashion school in Paris in 2016. So since then, I have frequently been visiting the city, and I'll be using my mug I got during my time at fashion school. The mug says Paris is always a good idea, because Paris is truly always a good idea. My New Year's trip to Paris was one of those trips you simply did not want to end. And like I said, I've been to Paris before, and each trip was always beautiful, but it was never this dreamy. And I think Mr. Carter is a part of the reason why it was so dreamy and fairytaleistic. I don't know if fairytaleistic is a word, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna say my experience was very fairytaleistic. Okay, it was a fairy tale, to say the least. Mr. Carter and I met in the hotel lobby of where we both were staying. We were staying in this hotel in Vendôme. Vendôme is an area in Paris that's known for its haute couture, high-end designer shopping. President Carter and I are both into fashion, so it definitely made sense that we were both staying in the same area or just the vicinity of all of the stores. He was there on a business trip with some of his friends, and I was there for a cute solo winter vacation. When we first met, he was like, "Where are you from?" Because there were not a lot of brown people in the hotel, so I think that was like an initial level of comfort for the both of us. And he's like, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, "I'm from New Orleans." And he started telling me stuff about New Orleans that only people from New Orleans would know. So I'm like, who do you know in the city? Like, who put you on? I'm automatically thinking like either he has a friend in the city or he's dated a girl from the city. But I was intrigued to kind of know more, right? So he's like, "Oh, do you want to come to this bar with me and my friends up the street? We can go out for drinks, and like I can talk to you more there." So I'm like, "Okay, cool, let's do it." Like, initially I'm thinking, girl, you do not know this man. You don't. And guess what? He can kidnap you. And why? Wait. Why did he make a joke saying, "I'm gonna kidnap you"? And I was like, and me being from New Orleans, I was scared but intrigued. I was like, okay. Like, let's see where it goes, right? And so we go to the bar, we're talking or whatever, and he tells me how he knows so much about New Orleans. I later find out that he's from New York, and I'm like, okay, well, that's why he made the kidnapping joke, because New Yorkers are pretty aggressive flirters, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if you guys experience any men from New York trying to hit on you, or if there are men from New York that follow my channel. You guys are a little aggressive, like real aggressive. But I like to call y'all gentle giants, because I know deep down, past the hardcore facade, you guys are like big babies. As a solo traveler, I definitely have to rely on my intuition. Even though I knew he was joking about the kidnapping thing, I didn't get any inklings from my intuition, like no stomach hurting, no chest pounding, no ears ringing, letting me know that like stranger danger. So we were good. I went to the bar, we had a great time, and he actually put me on to a new spot in Paris that I knew nothing about, which will actually lead me to the rest of the story, because like the whole time we spent together, he just constantly put me on to something new. And I love a man that can introduce me to something different. Like, you're introducing me to, or technically reintroducing me to Paris. Like, I've done Paris the influencer way, I've done Paris as a fashion student, I've done Paris on a budget, but I never done Paris like a local, and I definitely feel like he provided me with the local experience. I wouldn't even say it was a local experience, it just felt like, oh, he does this, and I could tell that he does this frequently. So that was also pretty intriguing about him before we even made it to the store to go shop, if that makes sense. For the girls who know, you know. Okay, so my second thought was just do it for the plot, right, and see where it goes. And since the night that we met in the lobby, we were inseparable. The very first night we met, I think we stayed up to like 4 in the morning, and I could tell he was just doing things to keep me in his presence. He's like, let's go to the lobby and get hot chocolate. I didn't even know the hotel sold or offered us hot chocolate. He's like, let's go look at your view from your room, because I had a better view of the Eiffel Tower than he had, and he had a bigger suite than me, but I had a better view. So I could just tell that he was pretty intrigued, and I was intrigued too, because I was just like, who is this guy? And he's really fun. He's actually funny. I wanted to know more about him, and he wanted to know more about me. During our time together in Paris, he introduced me to some of the best restaurants. I'll insert some photos so you guys can see what we ate, and then the view we had each night. Like, it just kept getting better and better. Each restaurant that he brought me to, I was just like, I don't know, I was loving it. I'm loving it. So at that point, I'm just like, keep me, kidnap me, you know, take me wherever you're going. Even when you go back to the States, take me, keep me with you. Like, that's really how it is. Yeah, like, I was loving the vibe. One of the days that we were together, I think it was day 2 or 3, and mind you, he and I both extended our trip longer than we intended to stay in Paris. So we stayed an additional 4 to 5 days just to spend extra time together. So that is a clear indicator right there that you know that we were like super engulfed and like very much so inseparable. I want to say day 2 or 3, he mentioned that he wanted to go shopping to buy some new shoes. So I'll insert some photos from like our shopping experience and stuff like that together. He then goes, this whole time we've been together, you haven't asked me to buy you anything. I want to get you something special. So I'm like, what? I'm already on a high, definitely already on cloud 9 with him, right? I'm also just sitting there confused, because I'm like, you've paid for every Uber, every steak, every lobster I've had since we've been here, every croissant, every baguette. Okay, like, I'm thinking, like, what more could you do? Like, you want to spend more money on me, right? Like, I'm trying to not act like I'm new to this, because I'm not. I'm like, in hindsight, I'm not. But I think because he was already treating me so well, for him to want to do even more, because he claimed that like it was simply because I didn't ask him, I was like, okay. Like, I try to keep my cool and pretend like I wasn't like overly excited, but I was like super excited, because he did it in such a way that it was like really, really organic, and he made me feel like, I think, a princess already. So to kind of like add an extra layer to the overall fairy tale that I was already experiencing, it just gave him extra points in my book. So once he said he wanted to buy me something special, I'm like, well, be my guest, honey. Like, okay. And what's so crazy about this overall story is that I had went shopping the day before I met him, right? But the YSL store was near closing, and they kept it open an extra hour for me to just browse around. And they even had a fur coat bought from another store just so I can see it, right? I told them, I was like, hey, you guys showed me so many cute pieces. Can you guys put all these pieces on hold and let me come back tomorrow and finalize like what I want to actually get? So the tomorrow ended up being the day that I met him. So you know, the day I met him, I never went back because I'm like all engulfed in the experience with him. But he ended up overhearing that I had some pieces on hold, and he just pretty much said like, what do you have on hold at YSL? We can go there. Like, I know I want to get you something special, but since you already have things on hold at YSL, I might as well, you know, just buy the things that you put on hold. So I'm just like, what are the odds that I paused myself from shopping and buying these pieces for myself, and then the next day I meet somebody who wants to bring me back. I didn't even tell him like, hey, I put some things on hold at YSL, can we go back and get them, you know, like, but from looking at him, you can tell, you know. But I'm not that kind of girl. Like, the pieces that I have in my closet are all pieces like I bought for myself, or they were gifts to me from someone else. But like, I rarely ask. I also just have an issue with asking. So when he said that, I was just like, you don't even know, baby. I wasn't gonna ask anyway. Okay, so thank you for offering, Mr. Carter. So without further ado, let's get into the unboxing of my new YSL bag that I got from the random man in Paris, aka Mr. Carter. So this is the original box that my purse came in. This is how it was wrapped. It came in this stone color. Oh my god, me and stone. Stone is haunting me, but it came in this stone color box. And this is how it is packaged. This is my first time seeing a white YSL box. When I went shopping in Vegas last summer 2024, They gave me everything in a black box and a black bag, but this was the first time I got a white box, but this is also my first time shopping at YSL in Paris. So of course Paris will have their own boxing and a whole different shopping experience for you to indulge in. So here is my bag. I'm gonna open it up for y'all. The face card does not decline, no matter the country, okay? Okay. I love this bag so much, it's literally so cute. And fun fact, Mr. Carter's favorite color is green. And he was like, you should get the pink bag. You should get this color. You should get this black bag. And I'm like, no, this is the bag I had on hold. This is the bag that I want. It comes with this cute little strap. Still has like all of the... Yeah, that is my new baby. We're adding her to the collection, and he bought YSL for his angel, like all saint for the angel, like I like to say. I'm obsessed with the YSL brand, and I love saying all saint for the angel, which is me, because like why not? As a fashion student who studied haute couture in Paris, I tend to grow an extra connection to certain brands. As you can tell, I have like a whole Louis Vuitton collection in my closet because Louis Vuitton is actually Creole like me. So knowing that little fun fact about him, I was just like, I gotta support you now, why not? And like I said, besides my YSL bag, I've had guys gift me things before, but this experience just felt a little bit more organic to me. Like I don't know how to explain that, and I think the magic of Paris added to the overall experience that we were both having. Like you can ask him, well you guys can't necessarily ask him, but you can ask him. I'll try to ask him and figure out some way to show you guys maybe in another video, but you can ask him even about his Paris experience and he'll say the same thing. Like he felt like it was a fairy tale, and he said himself like his other Paris experiences had never felt like this particular experience. But he is a Gemini, so I'm like, is he just mirroring my energy back to me? And as an Aquarius, we tend to try to figure out what is it, right? Like what am I feeling? What are these feelings safe to feel before we dive in head first into them? Like my fellow Aquarius, you guys can comment down below and justify these feelings for me, or even let me know what I am feeling. Like why do I not want to just accept that, hey, you might have found your person, or you might have just found somebody that you will be spending a nice chunk of time with. Like I have not decided yet. Like I said, my second thought was to just do it for the plot, and here I am doing it for the plot. And so far the plot has been a fairy tale, so I'm gonna continue reading the story and seeing where it goes. And you know how I told you guys that since the moment we met we have been inseparable, and that still holds true even after departing from Paris. And Mr. Carter may even be coming to Dubai with me for my birthday trip. He flew here to Houston February 9th for my actual birthday, and that day itself was like also dreamy. If you follow me on Instagram, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, why not make sure you use the link down below to connect with me daily there. If you head over to my Instagram, you will be able to click on my 25th birthday highlight, and it just says 25, and you can click on that highlight and you can see how Mr. Carter and I spent my birthday together. It was super dreamy. I was like so like my brother called me the next day and he was like, bro, you look so happy for your birthday. And I'm like, I was. And that's another reason why like I haven't kind of jet set it again to head out for Dubai. I've been kind of taking my time, making sure all my looks are perfect, because I just left Paris. I had a great actual day. So I've just been taking my time and just making sure that Dubai is everything that I want it to be. I've also kind of been waiting to align it with Mr. Carter's work schedule, because I really do want him to come, but if he doesn't get to make it because of work, I will have to accept that. Though he's already been to Dubai, I've never been before, so I would love to have this experience with him, but we'll see. Like, no pressure. The relationship is like fairly new, so I don't want to pressure him in like any way. I want to just let him kind of like find our flow now that we're back in the States. So you guys have to stay tuned to see if Prince Charming comes to Dubai and makes that its own experience within itself. And that's where I'm gonna leave it at for now. Okay, daydreamers, the day has come to an end. I would like to thank each and every one of you for watching this story time all the way through. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and join the Daydreamer community. I hope today's video inspired you to dream bigger and to know that fairy tale experiences do exist, but you may have to leave the country to experience it, and that is okay within itself. But I love each and every one of you. Sweet dreams and good night.